Welcome to Miss.sheeena's world. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Worst job I've ever had. I worked there for about 2 days and I never even got paid for those 2 days. I made it through orientation on the first day and I was like, okay, I'm finna be rich. And then the second day when I came back, I was like, I'm finna quit. Now, I wouldn't expect many of y'all to know about this company, but if you were born in the 90s or earlier, I'm sure you've either heard about this company or your parents or grandparents might have owned something from this company. The name of this company is Kirby, maker of the infamous Kirby vacuums. Now, with Kirby vacuums, they don't advertise, like they don't do commercials. They do in-home visits. And they tell the employees that the company saves money by not having to do commercials, and they pass that money on to the employees who go out and do these pop-ups. So my job was essentially to go out and try to sell these vacuums to people. You also get paid on a commission basis. Now, the thing is, the cheapest vacuum that they have is like $500. So imagine me going to these folks' house saying, hey, ma'am or sir, here's a $500 vacuum. Where would you like to sign? Will that be cash or card? I honestly wish it would have been that easy. I would have saved a whole lot of time. Because that first day, I sat through orientation and they telling me everything about the past history of the company and how they save so much money and how much money I'm going to make, all the different elaborate trips I'm going to get to go on if I sell 20 vacuums, how I get to work my way from being a salesperson to being a team lead. And once I'm a team leader, for every vacuum that my team sells, they put me up on a higher pedestal. It's essentially a MLM, but I didn't know that at the time. So I get through the first day of orientation and I'm like, bet, boy, I'm finna sell 20 vacuums on my first day. I came back the next day, I'm suited up, I'm ready to go. I got my good church shoes on, I got my tie tied tight. I had on matching socks and everything. I'm ready to go out here and I'm ready to get the money on. So we pull up to the first house and I'm ready to see how this finna go. They said, all right, just hang back, Meech. We gonna let one of our other employees who's more seasoned, we gonna let him go in and you just sit back and you take notes. So the first thing I see is they go up to the door and they knock on the door and my manager, she holding a box of Tide Pods in her hand. And I'm like, what, we finna wash clothes or something? Because in my mind, I'm thinking that whoever's house we go to, they asked us to come there. Nah, these are cold knocks. We're coming to these folks' house. We knocking on their door and saying, hey, if you let us do this demonstration for you, you get this free box of Tide Pods, regardless of if you make a purchase or not. So my manager knock on the first door and it's this old lady and she's living there with her mom and both of them are unemployed. They just living off of government assistance. Now, before we even got started, the lady said, hey, both of us are on a fixed income. We probably ain't gonna be able to afford no new vacuum. We got a decent working vacuum right here, but y'all can run through y'all little demonstration. So the dude started running through the demonstration and everything. He just showing them how bad their vacuum is compared to one of our Kirby vacuums. And I mean, in all honesty, that machine is a beast. It's worth the money. You can vacuum your floors, shampoo your carpet, clean your kitchen and bathroom floors, vacuum dead skin cells out of your bed. I'm just being honest. It is worth the money, but ain't nobody got that amount of money to drop on a vacuum. So dude and sat up here and he did a whole demonstration knowing that he really ain't finna get no money because these ladies done already said they can't afford it. And I'm just sitting back like, wait a minute, you mean to tell me we finna still have to be here for an hour and they ain't even finna make a purchase? I still gotta do the demonstration even though she done said she ain't finna make no purchase? Take me home, I'm ready to go. Just like she said, he went through the demonstration, he got to the end, and she said, baby, I done already told you I'm not finna buy this vacuum. I can't afford it. Don't matter what kind of payment plan you try to put me on, we can't afford this vacuum. So we left that house and they said, okay, Demetri, we gonna let you go next in the next house that we do. Y'all lock in for part 2 of this video. This is part 2 of the worst job I've ever worked for. So here it is, my turn. They telling me that I'm next and I'm not up for it. This is when I found out that I wouldn't be a good salesman in a situation like this. Now, by all means, if you come to me and you trying to buy something that I'm offering, I can sell it to you. I'll sell snow to an Eskimo. But my issue is trying to sell something to people that I know can't afford it. I got a big issue with that. So here it is, time for me to do my demonstration. And we done pulled out of the neighborhood that we were in, I'm guessing because my manager was like, nah, it's just a bunch of people who on the same type of income over here. So she drove us deep out into Macon, Georgia. I mean, we were out there with them big 2- and 3-story houses. So I'm thinking like, cool, these folks can afford it. I'm finna run it up. So the house we go to, when we knock on the door and they open, it's a high-ranking military official. He's in the Air Force. I go through the whole rundown, like what you do for a living and, trying to figure out how much money you got. When I hear that he's in the Air Force and what his rank is, I'm like, okay, boy, that's what I'm talking about. Next thing you know, I see his wife come downstairs. I guess she gets interested. She pregnant. Not only is she pregnant, they just bought this house. So he walking me around the house and showing me, where he planning on putting things up at and how they still ain't even bought their furniture yet. They expecting this baby, so they trying to paint the baby room. They had just moved to Georgia from some other state. So I'm taking all this stuff in, and everything that he's saying, I'm just like checking off. I'm like, golly, that right there is probably gonna make them not want to make this purchase of this. The one that we was offering was a $2,000 vacuum. So I go through the whole spiel with him. I'm like, look, this is how much better our vacuum is for you than your old little raggedy vacuum that he had. I'm saying your wife, she's a stay-at-home mom, and she's about to have this baby. Y'all want to make sure that y'all keep the house clean and that it's free from dust and contaminants. I'm just showing them how good the vacuum is, and I'm thinking for sure, like, they are buying it. They are eating it up, especially their wife. And I see how much she loving it. So now my focus is on her. How can I sell this vacuum to her so she can use his credit card so I can get paid? I mean, she just eating it up. Then we get to the bedroom demonstration where we show how you can use the vacuum to actually clean dirt out of your mattress. Now, I had never done that part before, so the dude that I was working with, he had to show me how to actually do it. So we ran through the whole demonstration or whatever, and we got to the end of the demonstration and said, okay, y'all can go back downstairs. We just gonna finish up cleaning up the mattress. Man, this dude messed around and he vacuumed up he tore these folks' mattress up somehow because he put the actual vacuum on there and it just like destroyed their mattress. And he was like, oh shoot, hey man, help me flip this mattress over so they don't see it. So we flipped the mattress over, we put the sheets back on the bed and everything, and we didn't say a word. We just went downstairs and we kept on doing the demonstration. So now I'm trying to finish everything up. I'm trying to close out this deal. And dude ended up telling me exactly what I thought he was going to say. Well, we got this baby on the way. We just moved here. We got family that's coming into town. We already got enough bills stacking up. I don't think we're going to be able to afford it. So we keep on throwing prices at them and pricing plans to try to drop the price down and saying it's basically eating into my commission. All this for a little bitty vacuum. And eventually he just starts saying, well, nah, I don't think I'm going to be able to afford it. But we will give y'all a call if we choose to make the purchase. So now I'm distraught because I done been at work from like 7 that morning and it's 8 at night. I ain't even stopped and had no lunch. So I am highly pissed. Not to mention, I'm not even in my own car because we had to ride there together in the company van. So I couldn't even just leave when I wanted to. So the whole ride back to the job, I'm just like dead silent. I ain't saying nothing to nobody. I'm just in my phone, pissed off. They was asking like, how you think you did? I ain't say nothing to nobody. I just slammed the door and I went to my car and I went home. I ain't come back. I'm telling y'all, if y'all ever get an offer to work for that company, please don't do it. I ain't gonna say you can't make no money. You can, but it's the way that they go about doing it and the people that they ask. It don't make sense. If you like a teenager or something, yeah, you probably got the time to invest into something like that. Otherwise, baby, get on Indeed, do something.
Hey y'all, tell me why karma finally caught up with my bitch ass. So, anybody know I've been finessing Uber Eats for years. I order some food and I eat it and I tell Uber Eats that I never got my food back, been getting my refund. I probably done got their ass like 30 times. I know I'm a piece of shit, I gotta be better, I know. Anyway though, yesterday, nigga, I was hungry as fuck. I ain't eat all day, running errands and shit, right? So I ordered me a large hot honey pizza. Now this one African bull, Madabi, I ain't forget his name. You wanted this nigga, you a bitch, nigga. Anyway, the African bull was the Uber Eats driver, right? So, he bring my pizza, whatever, I'm in the crib. He take a picture of the pizza in his hand outside my crib. So I'm like, bet, I go out there, but the pizza gone. But like, he took the picture there, but the pizza not there. So I call bull. I'm like, yo, I see the picture, I don't see the pizza, where you put it at? Tell me why, if I'm lying or flying. He go, ha, and hung up on me, nigga banged on me. I tried to call back, he wouldn't answer, right? So I tried to get my refund and shit. I'm like, man, my nigga got out with my shit. They gonna say, yeah, due to all the refunds you've done in the past, we can't issue you one, but we hope to make it better. Man, fuck all that. I was mad as fuck. I'm still mad. Bitch ass, man. Mudabi, you stinking ass nigga. I know you ate good too, little ugly African ass. Now shout out to all my Africans, y'all. I fuck with y'all, I don't fuck with bull. Boy, bro. Nigga ate mine. Ooh, I ordered a large hot honey. I know he tore that shit up. Pizza smelled just like you, stinking ass nigga. Mad as fuck about that pizza. I'm still mad.
So I was just sitting here like minding my business and an intrusive thought entered into my mind. So I'm gonna share like a mini story time because it was silly to me then, but thinking about it now makes it even sillier. So in undergrad, my ex was a very just dramatic person. Like, I never really understood why he was reacting to things that he was reacting to. I also think he was unwell, but mostly just very unserious and way too dramatic. Like one night, I think we had gotten into a fight about something, and like, again, at this point we were like maybe 19, maybe 20 years old, so the fight is very unserious. I bet money it was probably about me being annoyed at the fact that he liked attention from the gestures. Like, that has never really been my style. I've always thought pretty highly of myself, so like, first thing you could do to play in my face is entertain other people, even if it's just their attention. And these young ladies, they didn't touch me on their best day, so I also felt insulted. Anywho, we got into a fight, and I'm just like, okay, bet, you're tripping, this sucks, I'm going back to my dorm. So I walk across campus back to my dorm, get in my bed, and go to sleep like a normal person, right? Because one, I'm a sleepy girl anyway, so look, I can't say that there would be a fight that would keep me up at night. I'm going to bed, and when I'm stressed, sleep. So I would sleep anyway. Like, nothing about our fight gave don't go to bed. This is a very random thing. So I wake up in the morning, do my due, still haven't heard from him. At this point, I am very used to him just getting in his moods and trying to do whatever he can to get a reaction out of me, which contributed to why he started to get less and less and less and less of a reaction out of me, which only made him act crazier. Once I finally get in touch with this man, he's still pissed off, still just hot about whatever this fight was. And so I'm like, okay, like, do you want to talk about it? Like, what's going on? It's a new day. And he's like, no, I don't want to talk about it. I can't talk because I didn't get any sleep last night, and I just couldn't even focus, and I was just so distraught that I left the dorm and walked to College Town, to one of our friends' places, I guess, to like cry, have some company, act a fool, blow something up, probably embarrass me. And I was like, nigga, what? Mind you, it's winter. Like, we're not in the depths of winter, like January, February, and it's like, I was in Michigan, so winter, but it's freezing. It's cold outside, the wind is blowing. There's not even an easy walkable route to get to this place. Like, you have to get on the highway to get to the apartment place. And you're telling me you walked your crazy self over there? You walked in the 20-degree weather? And how? Was you walking on the side of the highway? Did you take the long route? Yo, I swear, like, if I GPSed it right now, the distance from campus to that spot, easily 5-6 miles. And again, you're supposed to get on the highway to get there. So, again, huh? And at this point, he's trying to make me feel bad. So he's blaming me that he's crazy enough to have walked to College Town, because basically, had we not gotten that fight and had he not been so upset, he wouldn't have done that. I'm disgusted. I have the ick. I'm already apathetic because I know you're trying to get a reaction out of me. And so that just sends him even higher up. And yeah, I mean, I couldn't even tell you how I went. And that's how I know, like, one, it was a minute ago, but also I clearly like just blacked out, because anything you were going to tell me about how you felt or like what happened is now completely null and void, because you are crazy enough to walk across a city or two on a highwayable road in the winter because of some disagreement that we got in that led me to go back to my dorm and sleep peacefully. We are not the same, and we were never the same, and I was never supposed to be there.
Y'all better watch out for them people that's always in and out of jail. Story time on my cousin accidentally coming out the closet and crashing out after it. So boom, I got a cousin, right? He locked up now. It's gonna come all together once the story gone. But anyways, in and out of jail, since juvenile. Soon as like you get to the age where you go to jail, he in jail. He did a couple programs, pretty much was in jail, juvenile jail, his whole juvenile life. End up getting certified in his program when he was about to be, I think, 17 or something like that. He ended up getting certified for fighting the one of the guards. Ended up getting certified, going to the prison. Do 5 years. He get out. Something went right. Something went right. When I tell you, people that be in and out of jail, always going back. They're a little, you know, you don't want to think about that about your people, but they be like that. One day he ended up coming out and he asked us, he like, hey, y'all boys, what if I was different? Different? I'm thinking when he say different, I'm thinking like, oh, what if you was a superhero or what so like conniving and cutthroat as you is? And no, he ain't mean that. He ain't mean that. He like, yeah, cool. What if I was different? Like, would y'all boys still hang around me? And we like, bro, like, cool, what you talking about? He like, y'all boys ain't hear about me. Hear about you? What we supposed to heard about you? Now, when I tell you cuz, real gangster. Real gangster. He got something under his belt. He do anything like damn near like cutthroat connival. And he was part of the cutthroats when he was up the road. So he got out and he was still, I don't know if this how they really move, but he made it where it was like cutthroats was like, well, you can't be trusted, family or not. So he like, yeah, like y'all boy heard about me. Like, nah, like, cool, what you talking about? He like, yo, I just can't help myself. I mean, went to really breaking down. He crying and all. He like, I can't help myself. We like, help yourself. Like, what you mean, cuz? He like, I can't help myself, man. I don't fought like 5 punts in 3 days. And we like, wait, hold up, cuz. Like, this shit done went left. So everybody like, cuz, stop playing. Like, you know, my other cousin, he really like disbelief. He like, cuz, stop playing. He like, no, I'm serious. Like, man, I can't even get hard for a woman and all this here. And I was with this chick and I couldn't get hard for her. I left out of there and I was in the plaza. If anybody from Duval, they know the plaza is where all the punks be at. So he like, yeah, I went to the plaza. I'm walking through the plaza and I get some head from the dude. My junk get hard. Like, how did this situation even happen? You were just with a chick, then you with a dude, and your junk get hard. My cousin like, nah, cool. That's the devil. That's the devil. I'm like, that nigga done made this shit spiritual. Like, I could believe it, because I'm like, cuz always being in and out of that bit, like, boy, this damn near all you getting. Like, so he like, my cousin, he the one that's in real disbelief, he like, nah, cuz, you tripping. It's the devil. Like, what you mean? Like, when you look at us, do we look fine to you and all that here? I'm over that bit, like, damn near dying. Like, this shit can't be real. Like, Cole really having a mental breakdown. You talk about 5 punts in 2 days? Boy, you know how like people be like a serial killer? This boy was a serial pump fucker. Like, Cole, you really need help. Like, and that what he said, I need help. I can't control myself. You can control yourself. This is what you want to do. This is what you want to do. So my cousin get on some work, like, man, you tripping, cuz, you ain't gay, like, that ain't you, cuz, like, just go get some head from that clucker right there or whatever. And that boy ain't even go over there. That boy end up running away from us, like, on some real shit, like running away from home type shit. Like, he couldn't face this shit. So after all that happened, he exposed himself. Cole was like a crash dummy. He ended up like carjacking his homeboy, carjacking him, because people were kind of moving a little different now. Like, Cole, we still love you, but boy, you got to stay over that way. Doing the armed robbery, bell-faced it. And like I said, he been in and out of jail since a juvenile. Man, he go to court, you know, get locked up and all that. They'll go to court. Man, they get called life plus 15. So, moral of the story, Cuz in heaven right now. He in heaven right now. He got all the booty that he could take. Like, It's a real buffet up in there.
When I was in middle school, I was friends with this girl, and she used to be kissing boys and doing all kinds of shit. And she was like, I got to go put it in my diary. Yes, I did this today. Let me go put it in my diary. And I would go home in bed. Mom like, Mom, can I please get a diary? Because I ain't have them. So Mom finally bought me a diary, y'all. Got me a little cute diary. Had like a little key and lock to it. So every time I get to school, the girl would tell me about the shit she was doing. I would go home and put the shit she was doing in my diary. I ain't did none of this shit. I'm just listening to what she say, and I'm putting it in my diary, right? So I'm about halfway through the diary. Diary full of nothing but lies. Diary full of somebody else's life. So while I come home from school one day, big sis sitting in the living room with the fucking diary. She's sitting in the fucking living room reading my diary when I walked through the door. Yo, I could have shit a fucking brick. She was like, what's this? I said, Mom, everything in that diary is a lie. I didn't do none of that stuff in that diary. Nikki, so you want me to believe you got a diary full of shit that you didn't really do? Why would you beg for a diary just to tell a whole bunch of lies? I'm like, good fucking question. Good fucking question. Because that's all I done. Sat in this diary and told a whole bunch of lies. Yo, when I tell you, Mom whooped my ass, big sis whooped my ass. I literally got an ass whooping for nothing. I got an ass whooping for telling lies. Because I ain't did shit that was in that diary. And I stopped talking to that girl because you too grown. You too fucking grown. You done got me in trouble. I don't fuck with you no more. So she would come up, start trying to tell me something, and I'll just walk away like, I gotta go. I'll be right back. Bitch, I don't fuck with you because you is too grown for me to be hanging with you. You too out of control, and I don't fuck with you because you done got me in shit that I don't even need to be in. I done got my ass whooped because of what the fuck you doing. That's why I learned my lesson that day. That don't try to be like now, bitch. Trying to be like a bitch will get you in some shit. Trying to be like bitches will get you in some shit. Hey, boo, I can't do that because I got my ass tore up off your shit. No, I'm me, boo. I can't be nobody but me. I learned it the hard fucking way. Be yourself, girl. Being somebody else will get you fucked up. Mom whooped the shit out of me. Hell no. Never again.
You're not gonna. I want to die. I just had the worst first impression of my life. I came tagging along to work with my mom today. She is currently in the nice lady's house while I'm in the car contemplating my life choices. All right. Yeah. So I'm lactose intolerant. Okay. And my husband tells me all the time, stop drinking milk, stop eating dairy products. And I'm like, I'm fine. I'm not fine. Anyways, I went and I got a cookout milkshake, okay? My favorite M&M milkshake. I finish the M&M milkshake, okay? And then I feel something brewing in my stomach. It's like... So I had to go use the bathroom. Which you do. If you didn't know this, my mom owns a cleaning business, all right? And she has her employees. So we come to this house with her employees, all right? So there's multiple people in this house at this point. My mom introduces me to her client. She's like, oh, this is my daughter, Isabella. Yeah, hi. Oh my God, she's so beautiful. And I'm like, thank you. Very nice to meet you. And then my mom was like, she just wanted to come in real quick, use your bathroom really quickly. Is that all right? And the sweet little old lady is like, yeah, that's fine. You could use the bathroom that's right here next to us. Meantime, my stomach is fucking pits of hell sound. My stomach quiets down for a little bit. It's like, chill, you know? I gotta go to the bathroom, but it's not like perfect. All right, this is gonna be done and easy. No. The worst part is that they were like right outside the bathroom because the bathroom's right next to the living room. I hear them talking. All right, I hear them talking. And then all of a sudden, I just let out the biggest fucking fart. And it's not just one fart. It's that one that you can't stop. And all you hear is silence. My soul left my body at that point. I get out of the bathroom and they're right there. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to say. I don't know why, but my natural instinct was to just look at the old lady and be like, thank you. As I was walking out of the house, y'all, it gets worse. One of my mom's employees was on the second floor, so she didn't hear it, okay? The employee comes down as I'm walking out, and she walks inside the bathroom, and all you hear is, ugh! Oh my God.
I go into a McDonald's, right? And you know how you go into a McDonald's, they have those kiosks where you can like do your own order and then like you get like a little receipt. So I go inside and I use this kiosk. Keep in mind, the floor is hella wet. When I came into the McDonald's, I almost bust my ass, right? So then this old man, this older man comes in. He had to be like in his 60s or like early 70s, right? And he comes in and he almost busts his ass too. So he's already pissed off, right? The old man goes up to the counter to wait for like an employee to come help him, right? He doesn't want to use the kiosk. And I know he doesn't want to use the kiosk because he came up to me giving me this whole machines are going to take over the world. They're taking everybody's job speech, and he refuses to use it. So he goes to the counter to wait on an employee to come help him. So nobody comes to help him for a hot minute. He gets pissed. I already finished my order, right? I got my receipt. It's in my hoodie pocket, like right here, right? This old man, this is what I knew. He wasn't playing around. He walks around the counter, which I've never seen in my life. I've seen videos on Twitter. He walks behind the counter and he goes like halfway into the, like McDonald's like kitchen area. He's like, hello, I need help. Then this older black woman comes around the counter, sees him, and then like she looks at him, then looks at me, because I'm like, I stepped over a little bit to see like, hey, somebody gonna beat his ass or what? Like the lady goes, sir, no, sir, you need to go back behind the counter right now. Sir, sir, you cannot be back here. And then the dude, he's already pissed because he almost bust his ass coming into the McDonald's. He looks at the woman and says, well, I don't see a sign saying we can't be back here and no one's up front, so what am I supposed to do? And then he turns and he looks back at me. He goes, do you see a sign saying that we can't be back there? And I was like, we is crazy. I'm not with him, ma'am. I'm not with him. Lady goes, you need to leave the premises right now. You need to leave right now or we're gonna call the police. And then he goes, we ain't going nowhere. And I'm like, hold on. I wasn't going anywhere anyways. I already paid for my shit. Don't put me in your thing, sir. And then she goes, both of you leave right now. The police are on the way. I said, both? I got a receipt. So then the police show up. They come into the door, and both the cops almost bust their ass. They come in and they start sleeping because the floor is tremendously wet because whoever mopped just dumped water on the ground and pushed a stick around, really. The cops are not in the best mood right now. You know what I mean? Because anybody in uniform that almost bust their ass, you're not getting their best. And I understood that. So they come in and like, hey, we're gonna need y'all to leave. And I wanted to kindly express to them, I'm not in the whole thing. I used the kiosk. I got my receipt. It's really just him. And the old dude, he's going crazy. Like I ain't going nowhere. He's talking about the machines still. The cops ain't trying to hear about the machines. So then one of the cops like starts to approach me. Is like just kind of like gesturing me like outside, like to go handle all this like outside, right? So I reach to show my receipt because I had it in my hoodie. So as soon as I reach for my hoodie, she kind of like kind of shifts and puts her hand like, you know, where a gun might be. And I'm like, oh shit. Oh, it all came to me. She just showed up to like whatever, and I'm reaching for my hoodie, and I just so happened to be black. I'm about to be put on a t-shirt, and all that hit me, and I was like, oh no. I kind of like shuffled, but the floor is wet. So when I shuffled, I slipped, and I actually bust my ass. So I slipped and I fell, and I didn't know that there was a wet floor sign close by. So when I fell, I hit that sign and it fell like down on the hard floor, and it made like a pop sound, like a pop. I thought I got shot. I thought I got shot, and I couldn't feel anything like me being shot, but I heard it, so I started pre-screaming. It went pow, oh. While I'm laying on the ground. And then the craziest part, the old man who claims that me and him together goes, what? Hey, did you shoot him? And he's like, he knows nobody shot me. So he's not helping. I'm like, oh, So I'm thinking, oh shit, I am shot. It was so bad, man. So that was at McDonald's. That's how life's going for me.